Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the Grey Zone with Ali Manzoor, a show where we challenge assumptions, stereotypes, viewpoints on various complex issues, and hopefully foster critical thinking. Today's subject is on the edge of public awareness that touches countless lives: autism and neurodivergence. We often hear the word inclusive. Today, 1 in 27 children is believed to be on the autism spectrum. And that's just not a statistic. Behind that number are parents who cope differently and children who learn differently. Our guest today bridges both these worlds, the science of it and the lived example of it. Dr. Maheen Noorani is a special education consultant with a doctorate in education from Columbia and also founder of Funclusion. Dr. Maheen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so
Can
much.
I call you
Salka.
Maheen or would you like doctor?
Absolutely, Maheen is fine.
Okay, so let's step into it and with the mindset that we don't want to label it, but we want to understand and learn. So I'm going to start with a quote from Catherine Zeta. Acceptance is the first step of understanding autism. Inclusivity is a broad-based term. How do you look at the evolving landscape of neurodivergence, especially autism spectrum disorder? And please elaborate on this spectrum difference term that we keep hearing.
I absolutely agree. Acceptance is definitely the first step of, autism or any difference. The first step is acceptance because when you say, and I've met parents, and I think I also went this, when you say acceptance, you say, कि हाँ, मुझे पता है autism है मेरे बच्चे को, I've accepted it. That's not acceptance.
That's awareness.
That's awareness. Acceptance is when you actually accept that child or that person for exactly who they are. अब इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप therapies ना कराएं, intervention ना करें, but you don't try to change, you don't try to fix the person, you don't try to fix the child. You accept them for their differences. Yes, their brain structure is different, it's formed differently. So वो कभी भी दोबारा से form नहीं हो सकता.
Okay, so the evolving landscape of neurodivergence, especially autism spectrum disorder and the spectrum significance.
Okay, so neurodivergence is we talk about diversity a lot and we say कि diversity को accept करें and celebrate करें. Neurodivergence is often associated with challenges, but neurodivergence means कि neurological differences या differences of cognitive abilities, thinking, brain related things. So difference human being के लिए, इंसान के लिए difference या change accept करना challenging होता है. If you're in an uncomfortable situation, you will still not want to change that because that discomfort is familiar compared to कि आप उसको change करें and you don't know uncertainty उसके बाद. So I think that's the fear, but we need to understand it more because the more we understand it, the more we educate ourselves about it, the easier it will be for us to accept it.
Okay, and what is this term spectrum significance? हम कहते रहते हैं कि जी this is an autistic child and spectrum पे है.
Spectrum पे इसलिए कहते हैं because you can't, there's no, so जिस तरह typhoid है, कुछ है, you have a checklist symptoms की, ये है, that means typhoid. Blood में ये आया है, okay, that means positive typhoid. When it's autism or any neurodevelopmental disorder जिसमें ADHD आता है, learning disabilities आता है, और बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती हैं, उसका कोई एक criteria नहीं है. There is a list of symptoms that might be more prevalent, that overlap. So it's very difficult, like just every human being is different. I'm my own person, you have your own likes, a third person will have their own likes and dislikes. कोई दो इंसान exactly एक जैसे नहीं है. So autism में it's exactly the same way कि there are no two people with autism who will be exactly the same. They will always
see an autistic person, let's say CT scan or something, and does it show up differently or how?
CT scan में नहीं आता, but yes, there are certain, actually it's more behavioral. So once their brain, मतलब एक चीज़ है functional MRI and everything जो brain activity बताता है, it's not something that's done very commonly or very easily. But the thing is कि you have to wait for the brain to develop. So you have to wait a certain number of years. So instead of doing those MRIs and everything, what we do is you look at the symptoms, you look at the behavior symptoms, milestones जो होते हैं बच्चों के, उसके against आप check करते हैं, is the child missing milestones? If they're missing milestones, then what do we need to do? What is the first step? So diagnosis actually is, according to me, diagnosis is irrelevant. Diagnosis, especially
says he's higher on the spectrum and she is lower on the spectrum, what does that mean?
So that means higher on the spectrum would mean कि challenges ज़्यादा हैं. ठीक है, behavior issues हो सकते हैं, sensory challenges हो सकते हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो सकती हैं. It's more difficult for that child to function and operate in a typical environment. Lower on the spectrum means के lower challenges. So higher on the spectrum, and then there are two other terms, high functioning and low functioning, which mean the opposite. So low functioning means that you are higher on the spectrum, yes, and you are not able to function within society that well, which means कि शायद आपकी speech नहीं होगी या speech delayed होगी या और challenges होंगे. And high functioning means कि you are able to function more in the daily life.
Okay, so you spoke about ability. I'm going to quote Stuart Duncan. Autism is not a disability; it's a different ability. So, how crucial is it for us to move from dis to differently enabled? And this is a mindset change, right? So,
Absolutely. I think it's very, very important because, like we were talking about change and differences, and for people to accept that disability, अगर आप कहेंगे तो and the terms are changing. I think acceptance आ रहा है. We are evolving because there are so many words, terms that have changed that we used to use and we don't anymore. पहले it was the R word, then it was mentally disabled, then it became autistic, then it was person with autism, now it's neurodivergence. So I think with those terms there's definitely acceptance and more respect being given. So this is something we will have to adapt to and make space for, because the numbers are increasing exponentially. So it's not something this to the difference, yes, and accepting those differences. And the best way to do that is you learn more about it so that you become more open to it, you understand it better, because you will always fear things that you don't understand. कि मतलब अब nervous है, हमें पता नहीं, अब एक नई जगह पे जा रहे हैं and you don't know what's behind the door, you'll be very nervous. But अगर आप रोज ऑफिस जाते हैं, you're walking into your office, it's very, you're not nervous, it's autopilot पे चल रहा होता है इंसान. So it's like that. So when these differences, इनको आप जितना ज़्यादा familiarize करेंगे public को इन differences के साथ, उतनी ज़्यादा acceptance और उतना ज़्यादा आसानी होगी उन लोगों के लिए accept करना.
So, as I talk to you, I get this feeling of a lot of resilience radiating from you, right? And when I speak of resilience, whether it's parenting or autism, life does not come with an instruction guide, but it does come with a family who will not give up. So, how significant is the role of family and family itself and the supporting family in a situation like this?
Extremely important, extremely. And I have to say that the mother, mostly it's the mother who has to bear the brunt of it, because सबसे ज़्यादा affected माँ की ज़िंदगी होती है, because आपने एक अपनी टिपिकल एनवायरनमेंट में सोचा हुआ होता है कि अच्छा ऐसा होगा, ऐसा होगा, मेरी ज़िंदगी ऐसी होगी, फिर ये होगा, फिर वो होगा. वो एक पाथ ऑलरेडी आपको कंडीशन किया हुआ होता है व्हेन यू ग्रोइंग अप, एंड देन सडनली इट्स लाइक वाइप्ड क्लीन एंड यूर लाइक नहीं, ये नहीं होगा. नाउ you have a clean slate, and the path, there is no path. You don't know what that path is. You have to create it and you have to learn it. So it's very, very taxing for the mother, I think, the most. And husband, obviously उनकी support बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, दूसरे family members की, because this is a very lonely journey and it's a lifelong situation. It's not कि you just do it for X number of years and then उसके बाद ठीक हो जाएगा. This is going to be for the rest of your life. And it has changed your entire life completely. So now, and usme they also say the first step, it's also the grief that you have for the life that you will not have. That's a very big part of it. Okay, when the parents or the mother parents, when they find out, they first have to go not just the grief of the child having those challenges, but also of the life that they had foreseen,
altered lifestyle that awaits,
and that they will never get to experience. So that grief is also, and then daily reminders आपको चीज़ें याद दिलाती हैं, and it's a very isolated feeling.
Do you think that parents in this situation find themselves being isolated from their inner circle and families because of this? And how can we change that in our society? Can the media play a role, or is there some other?
Exactly. So that isolation is, it's from both sides. के मतलब दूसरे लोग आपको exclude कर रहे हैं because you're not fitting in, and then you're isolating yourself because you feel that you're not fitting it and you're standing out.
Your self-isolation.
And yes, self-isolation. And I also went through that, and it's not that people were not kind towards me or my children, or they weren't welcoming or accommodating, but sometimes you feel out of place. So उस तरह के scenario में you need a lot of support, and family की support or friends की support or community की support, you need all of that. And then I think the best way is, if, like, for instance, my friends would ask me कि अच्छा हाँ, we're having a play date ये वो, and what do you need for him, what do you need for your son, how can we make this better for him. So that made me feel a lot more comfortable. कि if I would say कि they would understand कि अच्छा smaller crowd, मतलब हम 20 बच्चों को नहीं बुलाएंगे, हम 3 को बुलाएंगे, तो come over and ये वो इस तरह से. So that made me feel more, I was able to participate and I didn't feel out of place, and I knew it was a manageable situation.
Brought you out of your own shell in a way
Yes,
as well, right?
yes. So whether it's family, because family की support इसलिए चाहिए होती है because माँ जो है mostly वो 24/7 you're going on and on and on and on, and there is no break, there are no weekends, there is no sick leave, there is nothing, and that's motherhood. So with this, with autism or if your child has any challenges, it's like multiplies. So for the family has to support them by, अगर बच्चे के साथ नहीं भी help कर सकते, आप माँ को help कर दें. Maybe she needs 5 minutes to herself, or maybe she can just go out for a cup of coffee, or just anything small, just help her with household work, anything. So even that little bit amounts to a lot.
Achha, so we're talking about society, we're talking about parents. Sindh government has launched DEPD, which I think is a very commendable step. But I was looking at the internet, and Autism Speaks and Motivity.net says that the average cost of supporting an autistic individual can be between 1.4 million to 2.4 million US dollars, right? Do you agree with that number, first of all? Second part of it is, how can we lower that cost in Pakistan? And third part of it is, our average household income is less than $500 a year. So all these questions together.
I agree with that number. If you are living in the US, then yes, your cost might be that much.
You lived in the US.
I've lived in the US. I've lived in the US for 5 years, and yes, they give you a lot of facilities because they pay for your schooling, they pay for the therapies, they pay for transportation. So वो costs अगर आप add करें, and the schools are specialized, so the teachers get paid more, there are fewer children in the classroom, so of course the cost for the state is very high. Pakistan में वो cost I think definitely lower होगी, because the way our income and economy works, it's obviously different spots ज़्यादा है. As far as the government goes, I think the government is already trying to help a lot. I'm doing a lot of projects with the Sindh government, with DEPD, Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities, and I am doing teacher training for them. So I'm training their general education teachers. I'm giving them special education training, and there are lots of other initiatives that are being taken, and they've done a great job. And they, as far as like affordability goes, they are already working on CARTS, which is a special education school. It's called Center of Autism and Rehab Training Sindh. And this is a special education school जिसकी काफ़ी सारी branches हैं. एक गुलिस्तान जौहर में, यहाँ पे कराची में, which is for children, and एक कोरंगी में, which is for adults. And my sons go there. Both my sons go to CR.
Your sons go to government school?
Yes, they go to government school. It's free. It's cleaner than any private school you will see. It is very spacious. It has all the facilities. So the people who are running it, what they've done is they've brought in the US special education system here, which means कि हर चीज़ जो है वो school में होगी. So the parent doesn't have to run around. Like before I moved to the US, मैं एक बच्चे को जाती थी, छोड़ती थी, वापस आती थी, फिर दूसरे को जाती थी, छोड़ती, फिर वापस आती थी, फिर एक को स्पीच पे लेके जाती थी, वापस, फिर एक को ओटी, वापस. पूरा दिन मेरा गाड़ियों में गुजरता था ये करते हुए. स्कूल, ओटी, स्पीच, ये सब हो रहा होता था. नाउ दे हैव अ स्पेशल एजुकेशन स्कूल जहाँ पे you're getting academics, you're getting speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, gym, music, life skills, cooking, everything, vocational skills. They are doing everything. And they are also building a place in Korangi called the Inclusive City, which is going to be on 75 acres. And it's going to be a special education, special needs setting. And I think they're also going to have residential services over there. So they are doing a lot.
Okay, so this is obviously for people sitting in Karachi. I believe they're opening one in Sakhar as well.
They have opened CRs in Sakhar.
But
वो
what
खुल
should
गया है.
people do in other cities who don't have access to this?
So I think the government is definitely working on this initiative, opening more CRs, and which is a great initiative. And obviously, it takes time because, see, when agar aap when and you know I'll going slightly off topic. When I moved back, सबने मुझे कहा कि तुम स्कूल क्यों नहीं खोलती, स्कूल क्यों नहीं खोलती. So I said मैं स्कूल मैं नहीं खोलूंगी कभी भी. I will help people. I will do everything else. I'll do consultancy. वो स्कूल मैं नहीं खोलूंगी because यहाँ का टर्नओवर इतना हाई है फॉर HR. एंड द थिंग इज टू कम इनटू स्पेशल एजुकेशन आप 1-2 साल में यूँ करके नहीं आ सकते. यू हैव टू गो थ्रू a lot of
It's a gradual build-up.
qualifications and a lot of studying and a lot of experience to get there. So it's not somebody who can be replaced very quickly or somebody जो एकदम से graduate करके बन गया. So उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा it's a lot of time consuming. It's very time consuming to be a professional in this field. So I think that's why also जो centers खुल रहे हैं, government जो खोल रही है, it is doing it. It's doing it at a very good pace. But of course, I mean, we're still developing. We're still getting there. And at least they're taking these initiatives. Other than that, I think we can always, they're very, very open to new ideas and whatever we suggest. And I think maybe one of the things maybe what we can do is hire or train special speech therapists, because speech therapy is the most prevalent. It's the first step usually, intervention mein. And maybe have them sit in different places and, you know, provide services free of cost and the government can compensate. It's just an idea off the top of my head, but you know.
Government की आपने बात की, right? And you're saying they're doing a great job, and it's commendable. If the government is doing this, hats off to them. Many schools, private schools, we hear the word that they all say we're inclusive, right? And you're chuckling at that,
Yes.
as I see, right? And is that merely a tag, or do they really need to build up in terms of psychologists, therapists, equipments? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So a lot of the schools, some of the schools that I went to, I mean, some are inclusive. Yes, they do that. The other ones, there are some who the extent of their inclusion is कि बच्चे को क्लास में बैठने दिया, and that's inclusion. That's not inclusion. You are still excluding that child because whatever learning is happening, you're catering to the rest of the class, and if you're not catering to that child, even if it's one child, that's exclusion. It's not inclusion. And उसको include करने के लिए the teacher in the classroom has to be a special educator. You can't just be general education teacher में आप पढ़ा रहे हैं and then you just, because it's a completely different realm. When you're teaching a child with different abilities, and because even with typical children, every child, every person has a different learning style. किसी का, you know, auditory होगा, visual होगा, kinesthetic होगा. A lot of them have two, a combination, you know. So when you are and a lot of these strategies, all of this, being conscious of that, being conscious of कि बच्चे के सेंसरी चैलेंजेस क्या हैं, उसकी प्लेसमेंट क्या है, कहाँ बैठा हुआ है क्लासरूम में क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं जिसको डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर रही हैं, व्हाट इज़ द सेटअप लाइक, व्हाट इज़ द करिकुलम लाइक,
So what are the other children?
what are the
around that
social
child?
skills क्या है, social emotional you know उसकी development क्या है. So all these things the teacher has to take into account when dealing with a child with any challenges. So when you address all of those and make sure that the child is learning the same thing that the other children are learning, and you're doing justice to that, then that is inclusion. So for that, you have to know what special education is, and you have to undergo some training or some qualification.
Achha, according to WHO, 1 in 27 children worldwide have autism spectrum disorder, right? Asia is 38 per 1,000. There are many theories or arguments on it. One of it is screens. President Trump right now just banned Tylenol or acetaminophen, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, for pregnant women, stating it causes autism. Scandinavian countries are banning screens for children. So help us or help the common person watching this understand what are the causes behind.
I think research is still ongoing. हमें नहीं पता कि इसका cause क्या है, and because हमें cause नहीं पता तो cure बनाना is very difficult. It's like cancer. You don't know what causes it. So autism का मतलब a broad answer is it's genetics and environment. Screen, yes. Virtual autism is a new term going around. I don't agree with that term, because the thing is कि आप screen का जो adverse effects हैं वो they are very similar and they mirror symptoms of autism. That's why they call it virtual autism. But there's a lot more to it. It's also basic science कि आप बच्चे की cognitive ability बहुत लिमिट कर रहे हैं जब आप उसको स्क्रीन दे रहे हैं, बिकॉज व्हेन वी वर ग्रोइंग अप we didn't have toys, we didn't have play dates, we didn't have इतनी सारी एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़. हमारे अम्मा अब्बा हमारे साथ नहीं खेलते थे, बात भी नहीं करते थे. सो वी वर लाइक सपोज टू, अगर हम कभी जाके कहते हैं हम बोर हो रहे हैं, माई मदर्स रिस्पॉन्स वाज तो मैं क्या करूँ, मतलब व्हाट डू यू मीन. It's not. We're over-indulgent parents. हमारी generation. Definitely overstimulating, because we're not giving them a chance to stimulate their own brains. जैसा एक दफ़ा, I'll give you an example. I was working with a child. और मैं शैडो में जिस तरह हम एनिमल्स बनाते थे, बर्ड्स, ये वो कर रही थी. And the child was so fascinated, and you know, the parent had, not the parent, but another child, and they had no idea what it was. And I said, this is how we grew up, because we didn't have so many choices, so we were forced to think and create things. यहाँ पे इतनी ज़्यादा चॉइस है कि ये तो attention तो वैसी ADD तो सारे ही हो गए हैं, because your attention span is this.
I'm sorry, आपकी बात काट रहा हूँ. Every moment can't be a wow moment.
Yeah.
Every boredom is something normal, and we need
Yes.
to tell our younger people that
They have to get used to it. Absolutely. They should know how to get bored. So, and I'll say this even with my children, when initially when I found out that they had autism, I was told by therapists कि सुबह से लेके रात तक इनको busy रखो. Do this tasks देते रहो, keep them occupied, ये. So I was still learning. So I said, okay, fine. But when I went home, it didn't make sense to me. I said, if I keep doing, first of all, they're humans. So ठीक है, even if they can't express themselves, I'm like, that cannot be good for any human being. कि आप constantly task दे रहे हैं कि कुछ करना है, and you're not giving them any free time to process or, you know, wind down. I said, secondly, if I do this, what will I do the day that I can't do this?
Yes.
जिस दिन मुझसे नहीं हो सकेगा, उस दिन तो मेरी शामत आ जाएगी. So
because they're used to such a
exactly, and that's human behavior. That's not just children with autism. That's any, आप routine में जा रहे हैं, suddenly you stop, you'll be like, अब क्या करूँ?
Of course.
So I never did that. I gave them a lot of free time to just be bored, just bounce on the ball, don't do anything, keep sitting, थोड़ा सा TV देख लिया, नहीं देखा, whatever. And now they are so flexible, which is one thing which is common in autism, is that they need routine and they need like everything to be on time, and they're very time sensitive and everything. But my kids are not. I can give them a bath at night, I can give them a bath in the day, I can give them lunch like half an hour late, या कहीं और. So you know, वो flexibility and adaptability मैंने खुद देखी है. हर केस में ये नहीं हो सकता. There's some children who are very very time sensitive, and that's fine, you need to respect that. But just the fact, like, they are humans. At the end of the day, they're humans. They need that time. You have to give them that downtime.
Okay, so we were talking about WHO. So थोड़ा global perspective पे आते हैं. Globally, organizations like Microsoft, SAP, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo have neurodivergent hiring programs. And people like these are put in roles like software management, inventory, data analysis, even animal care. Let's say if they have a CSR initiative, they'll give it, you know, to this person. Why is Pakistan holding back at an organization level for this?
I think because it comes back to the basics. आप special education नहीं दे रहे, आप उनको educate नहीं कर रहे, how will they move forward? अगर आप सिर्फ उनको यहाँ तक करा रहे हैं कि अच्छा education छोड़ दें, सिर्फ vocational skill में डाल दें कि ठीक है आप packaging करें, ये करें, वो करें, but maybe that child is capable of learning a lot more. So you know, you have to start at the basics. जिस तरह the way you start with any child or any economy, you start with education. So that's what they have to build, their education system, and then that'll progress into seeing कि उनकी क्या strengths हैं, what can you nurture, what can they become. And I know that I don't know Sindh या Pakistan है, but they do have a 5% quota of people from this population who companies, I don't know, they have to be hired. So
Yes.
उनको jobs देनी है. There's a 5% quota, and I think they're increasing that quota now.
Okay. So there are a lot of misconceptions and misinformation, right? Stuff like इन बच्चों पे जिनका साया है, right? Then there are also a lot of false people and false claims that come your way, right? So what are, in your opinion, the most common misconceptions about autism spectrum disorder? And I'm going to draw your attention to 2023 AKUH did a study, and many people blame poor parenting towards these behavioral issues. So what's your take on this?
सो हाँ, मतलब मिथ्स तो बहुत सारी हैं. इट्स नॉट जस्ट दैट, हर चीज़ में है. मुझे भी बोला गया था कि जब माय एल्डर सन व्हेन ही वाज बोर्न एंड अराउंड द एज ऑफ 2, व्हेन आई noticed that he wasn't speaking and he wasn't meeting his milestones, और तो मुझे कहा था किसी ने कि नहीं, लड़के तो देर से बोलते हैं, बोल लेंगे, नहीं तुम पैरानॉइड हो रही हो, तुम ये हो रही हो, कव्वे का पानी पिला दो, ठीक हो, बात करने लगेगा. So all of these, but
Did you try any of these things?
no,
Okay.
I didn't because I'm a realist, and
Okay, and so the reason why I'm asking this question is there are parents out there who are probably new to this, and there is someone out there who's making false promises to them.
yes,
ये बिल्कुल ठीक हो जाएगा, आप ये वाली ट्रीटमेंट करें या ये करें, चाहे वो मेडिकल इलाज है या स्पिरिचुअल इलाज है, or whatever it be. What's your take on that? What's your message to them?
so my message to them is कि autism ठीक नहीं होगा. अगर एक बच्चा ऑटिस्टिक है, there is no cure, they can't be cured, because brain जो है आपकी, वो स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म हो चुका है. जिस तरह आपके अंदर से ऑर्गन्स, हर चीज़ फॉर्म हो चुकी है, वो दोबारा नहीं फॉर्म हो सकते. सो ब्रेन स्ट्रक्चर आपका फॉर्म हो गया है, एंड ऑटिस्टिक बच्चों का ब्रेन स्ट्रक्चर टिपिकल बच्चों से डिफरेंट होता है. सो देर आर सम, मतलब अगर आई एम नॉट अ साइंस पर्सन, बट देर आर सम न्यूरॉन्स which are more in quantity, there are some cells which are missing, इस तरह से. So you can't restructure the brain, but you can mold it and manage it. So to the best, like जितना हो सकता है. अब वो कितनी होगी, उसकी ट्रेजेक्ट्री क्या है, ये we can't predict. Nobody can predict that. But there is no cure. There's definitely no cure for it.
मोल्ड की बात की थी, so I'll give you a quote. I mean, there are two approaches to this, right? A, you make a mold that you make everyone fit into, and B, you make a mold that it fits and takes everyone in. So I think what you're trying to say is that we need a mold that takes everyone in and fits everyone.
I'm saying break the mold.
You're saying break the mold. Absolutely.
Have no mold. Let them take shape and form.
That's amazing, and I didn't look at it that way. So you even changed my perspective to it. Fun is something that you love and you're good at, right? Albert Einstein said that play is the highest form of research. So I'm going to come out with the fun in conclusion and the magic in Magic Minds. Tell me about it.
So fun is also the best way to learn.
Okay.
So and I think अब इस पे research हो भी रही है, आ भी गया है बहुत ज़्यादा, play therapy and even school the की जो different schooling thoughts हैं, वो भी यही है कि they will learn through play a lot more than through sitting and ये वो. And a lot of the early childhood centers and classrooms in the US especially are going with play learning through play. So what they do is there is no sit down in teaching. Like whatever you're teaching is through play, whether it's numbers, whether it's colors, whether it's everything. So the thing is कि अगर interest की कोई चीज़ होगी आपकी, तो obviously you will learn it much quicker than something else. If it's like a topic that you're interested in. So if it's play, children obviously more gravitate more towards play than to write or this or ye wo, that's strenuous. So play is definitely a very, very important part of learning and development as well. They learn a lot more. It's not just play के अंदर आप सिर्फ टॉयज से नहीं खेल रहे. प्ले के अंदर you're learning how to share, you're exploring your cognitive abilities, you're looking at things, how to use it in a different way. Like there's not just one way to use a toy, there might be different ways. You are learning social emotional skills, you're sharing, or conflict resolution, problem solving. ये सारी चीज़ें you're learning through play without sitting and teaching them कि this is what you do, this is how you act. So conclusion is about play and fun and inclusion. So that's how I came up with the name. I wanted it to be self-explanatory कि it's fun, it's don't think about it कि school ये therapy this that, no, it's fun and it's inclusive.
Okay.
So and the term that I use a lot is green light and red light. So green light is when you're ready to learn, when your mind is free, relaxed, and you're open to accepting new things, you're open to focusing and paying attention and trying new things. Red light is जब आप मतलब यहाँ तक दिमाग भरा हुआ है and you're like अभी नहीं I'm doing this. So with children with autism, when they have so much that they need to cope with, which is their environment, the people, the sounds, the maybe physical seating, there's just they get overstimulated very easily. और जब इस environment में होगा and then you're trying to teach them something new, the chances of that getting through are very little.
And what about Magical Minds? What is that?
Magical Minds, so Magical Minds I started is my consultancy. That's the consultancy side
That's
of
the
it.
consultancy.
Yes.
Okay.
So Conclusion is this place for children because when they're relaxed, when they're happy, when they're having fun, they have a green light, which means the chances of them learning and socializing and learning social skills and trying something new are a lot more. And Magical Minds is what I do. I am a consultant, so I do parent consultation, I do teacher training, I do developmental assessments, not diagnostic, developmental. I do classroom setups, IEP development, which is a sort of a curriculum that you make for these children for school. I do home intervention plans, and basically parents, whatever challenges they're having with their child in any setting, whether it be it school या घर पे या कम्युनिटी में या बिहेवियर कुछ हो रहा है या ये ऐसे नहीं कर रहा बात नहीं मान रहा या मेल्टडाउन्स हो रहे हैं, I give them solutions.
Ajay Mahin, so we keep talking about the mothers, right? And the mothers being at the brunt of it, and there's no denying that. But I'm going to come from a different angle towards you with this. And this is somewhat personal to me as well, right? I also had twins. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes the father is so lost in providing and in making sure that the mother is strong, the family is strong, everyone else is strong, that the father gets lost somewhere. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I think somewhat. So I think the mother, I would still say that the mother is most affected by it because when it comes to children, it's always the mother that's the closest connection to a
That's
child.
nature's way as well, right?
Exactly. So वो माँ ही करेगी. So and then with in this situation, you know, the communication and the caregiving is a lot more difficult. Like communication challenges ज़्यादा होते हैं. There's a lot more care that needs to be provided. रातों को जागना, you know, all of that, the physical strain and, you know, of like sleep deprivation and, you know,
The day-to-day,
caretaking.
for example.
The day-to-day life, I think because the father still has that responsibility, I think the mother's life, it's safe to say, is likely more affected.
You'd say that? Yeah.
But having said that, I'm not generalizing it. I'm not saying all. I'm saying most.
Okay.
Fathers, also men and women have very different ways of dealing with situations.
Yes.
So you know, a female might be more emotionally expressive, and a man may not be as emotionally expressive, but it still might be taking a toll on him. But maybe he'll, you know, resort to escape or, you know, keeping himself so busy at work that he doesn't have time to think about it or process it.
So the reason why I'm saying this is that sometimes we might see a father escaping, and maybe escapism is his way of dealing with it, but that does not mean he's detached from the situation or his loyalty or his love for his children or his love for his family or wife is any less. Would you agree with my assessment?
Yeah, that could, again, like every household, every situation is very unique. So you can't say. So maybe, you know, there are, it breaks families apart. It's very, very common for marriages to break up, not because of the child, but just the situation and the life that that you're subjected to. It happens that marriages don't survive it statistically. But हो सकता है कि, you know, that's their way of dealing with it. This is their way of dealing with it. It could be escape, but they're still connected. It could be that they can't face it. Or it could be that, you know, they fall into different roles and they're saying, "Acha, theek hai, this is what we're doing now," you know, like the mother is more of a caregiver, the father's more of a provider. So maybe they've fallen into new roles and resorted to that. So it's a very challenging situation, and every couple responds to it differently, which is why I think therapy and communication is key.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of Emirates Airlines, Emirates has become the world's first autism certified airline, and Dubai Airport has a sunflower lineage program. Right. How do we make public spaces in our part of the world, in Karachi, in Pakistan, like parks, malls, train stations, airports, more welcoming and accessible to neurodivergent?
I'm smiling when you say that because I'm already working on this with the
Oh, really?
government. Yes. So I don't know how much I'm supposed to disclose right now. It hasn't been launched yet, but it's almost
Please
at
tell
the
us.
launch stage where we are going to have, we will be distributing identity packages so
Okay.
that, and obviously awareness campaigns so that people can know from a distance, or they're just prepared and they know how to, behave in those situations, or who to identify those children, and then be more, um, accommodating towards them. So this is a project which will be launched very soon.
So I think that after talking to you, I'm feeling that today's episode is reminding everyone that autism is not a limitation. Right? It's a different way of experiencing the world. And your projects like Conclusion, what you're doing with Magical Minds, are not just institutions, but I would personally say they're symbols of hope, right? And awareness is one step, but acceptance can really make a difference. And I want to thank you with that
Thank
for
you.
coming to our show and for giving us this time. And until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and keep questioning.